All right, boys, there's been a lot of quarterbacks that have came out since the last time I did this top 10, and a lot of people have been asking me, especially after the new Tua came out yesterday, a lot of people have been asking me to make a top 10 list, and here we go today. Like I said earlier in the last time we did this video, the quarterbacks are so good right now. We're in a really good spot with quarterbacks that you can use so many guys. The guys that aren't even in this top 10 are still very usable right now in the game. But if you enjoy top 10s like this, you enjoy gameplays, this is the right channel for you. Make sure to hit that like and hit that sub. We're on that road to 40,000 subscribers. I also stream on Twitch every single day at 1 p.m. Eastern. But other than that, let's get right into number 10. Before we start today's video, I wanted to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, mutpacks.com. You can click the link down below and open exciting packs, win tons of coins, and withdraw your account right away. You could use promo code SHOOT for 15% off. Lastly, when you sign up down below, you can get a free 10,000 coin pack as well. Boys, before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know how stacked the quarterback list is. You guys can see I'm not putting Trevor Lawrence here as well because he's not even achievable yet. But when you look at the quarterbacks, just look how many 98 overall plus guys we have. There are so many. There's a whole page right here. There's a whole nother page right here. All these 97s are still very usable as well. A lot of good quarterbacks in the game. So if you see a guy off the top 10, there's a lot of good cards. Just remember that. But my biggest honorable mention, I know a lot of people are going to be asking me about him, is Justin Fields. No, he is not in the top 10, and there's a reason why. I love Justin Fields, an Ohio State fan myself, but as you guys know, Justin Fields got cheated on his abilities. He only had 2 buckets. They fixed him, but he still doesn't get fearless. He's the only 98 quarterback and above that doesn't get fearless in the game. You guys know fearless is a must-have. I know he has really high throw under pressure, but you guys know that stat does not mean anything in the game, especially when everybody's getting edge try to leave for free. But yeah, this is the card everyone's going to be asking for. I just don't think you could put a card without fearless at this late in the game in the top 10. All right, boys, at number 10, he is slowly falling out of the top 10 here soon. They're barely grasping on at the last position right here. Patrick Mahomes, still a very good card in the game. So as you guys will know, I will refer to the God stack, the quad stack, whatever you want to call it, a lot in this video. If you guys do not know what that is, it is Howard Master, a throwing ability, which is pass lead elite or Cephy lead, and then obviously fearless and Howard Master as well. So yeah, if you can get all 4 abilities, that is amazing right now in the game. Pat Mahomes gets that for 5 AP, which is kind of outdated right now. It's not the worst if you have like a better release, but Patrick Mahomes, as you guys know, still has Slinger 2, which is his own designated release. And it's very, very weird. It has a lot of cockbacks in it. It's not the fastest, especially when you're going from the top releases on the way down to Patrick Mahomes. But like I said, good abilities on the card. We all know all about him. He does have an X Factor built in, which is the run and gun, which is kind of It would have been amazing in other Maddens, but as you guys know, you can't really run out the pocket this year with Patrick Mahomes. But a very good card nonetheless. He still definitely makes his top 10. Number 9, we do have his counterpart and always his biggest competition when they first initially came out in Tom Brady. Tom Brady is still very good. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think I've seen this card in the longest time. I have not played against a Tom Brady in forever. He is still very good. I think people are probably just worn out with him. Yes, he does have traditional 1, which is the only guy on this list that has it. It's not that good of a release. It's all right, I will say, especially when you have a built-in gunslinger. But he also gets the exact same stack as our guy, Patrick Mahomes, which is Howard Master, the fearless Cephy lead, and also I'm forgetting one, Gunslinger for 5 AP. So they're still kind of stuck on that old wave while not maintaining the best release in the world, but they still are one of the few quarterbacks that do get all 4 abilities at once. Madden has kind of gone backwards. There's a lot of cards coming out that only get 3 ability buckets instead of 4 like these older guys do. But at the end of the day, a guy like Tom Brady was so good when he initially came out. He still finds himself in the top 10. Number 8, we do have Danny Dimes right here, the AKA card, and this card is a little bit weird, but he still is very good. He's obviously very, very fast, but where I'm coming at where he's a little weird, yes, they did change his release to Slinger 3, which, as you guys know, Slinger 3 and Slinger 1 are like tied for the best release. Slinger 1's a little bit better against the blitz. Slinger 3 has one of the best deep releases in the game while still having a good medium and short. So Slinger 3, very, very good right now. But the thing that's weird about him is, yes, you don't need Gunslinger, but every quarterback in the game gets it. Might as well throw it on him, right? But he doesn't get it discounted if you want to use that Howard Master, right? So you'd be using Fearless, Howard Master, and also Cephy lead for 3 AP total, which is nice. But he does get an X Factor, Dots, or no, not Dots, Gambit right here. Gambit's the better one. It also helps you throw the ball a little faster. It's basically Gunslinger, but the bad news is it's not on all game. You know what I mean? I guess it's not bad. So for 4 AP, you're getting all 4 of the main abilities, but your Gunslinger's a little bit like 50%-ish. You know what I mean? I'd rather just have Gunslinger at the end of the day, but the X Factor factor's still cool, I guess. But you are getting a very fast quarterback on top of that. Definitely an underrated card. You like, honestly, this is another guy I feel like you would probably see out there a lot. There's a lot of Giants fans. I never see him as well. All right, boys, at number 7, we do have Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is one of those cards, like I said, where EA kind of went backwards and they only gave us 3 ability buckets, but he still is nice. Slinger 4, you'll see right here, is actually probably the most underrated release in the game. I think Josh Allen is the only relevant card right now in the game that has it. If you guys do not know what it is, it's kind of weird. Like, it'll have like a weird, like, kind of cockback sometimes at the medium, but the short is still really good. The medium is solid at most times. And then the deep is one of the best deep releases in the game. It's really, really nice. But like I said, the thing holding Josh Allen back is that he only gets 3 ability buckets discounted, right? I think the best way to use him probably would be like the Fearless, the Gunslinger for 0, and then obviously you'd have to use like a Seffi lead for 1. So it's really nice. You could obviously go away from the Howard Master too. So if you're not using Howard Master, Josh Allen is still one of the better quarterbacks in the game, and he obviously has speed as well. It's just one that, you know, the Team of the Year cards are kind of meh. We were hoping for a big upgrade getting 4 ability buckets, but they were kind of stuck in that mid zone right there. Josh Allen still made a better part of it. All right, boys, at number 6, this is where the quarterbacks start becoming elite. I truly feel like there's a huge gap between number 6 and 7. I think everybody from 6 on up is the quarterbacks you are seeing in games all the time. And I really wish there was like a graph to kind of see like how much these guys are being used out there in head-to-head. But Drew Brees is a very good card. He is the slowest guy on this list, though. You will notice that. Kind of does stink because you really can't even, you could barely run with 90 speed, 84 speed. It might as well make it 50 speed out there in the game. But he does get Slinger 1. You know, they changed him to the Aaron Rodgers release. If you guys do not know what Slinger 1 is, it's a really good release. And he also does get the quad stack. So he's getting 4 of those abilities, all for 4 AP, which is really good. I think Drew Brees, though, the one problem I had with him, I know a lot of people might not have shared this issue with him. I got a lot of balls batted down with him. I know he's 5'11", and I usually don't have that trouble. I think Slinger 1 already throws the ball low enough, but when you add it onto a guy that is 5'11" as well, I was definitely struggling a little bit, and that was the biggest cause for concern with him when I was using him. But at the end of the day, I still think the God Stack on 4 AP with the best release in the game from the Blitz. If you guys know, Dollar's the most obviously popular defense. That's the best release against Dollar. It's Slinger 1. It's beautiful. Drew Brees gets it. Very good card right here. All right, boys. I don't know where to put Tua, so I'm going to put him at 5. I think if you're not using Howard Master, hear me out. If you're not using Howard Master, I think Tua is the best quarterback in the game. I think he's number 1 if you are not using Howard Master. Hear me out. You could also use apprentices. I'm using Tua right now, and I'm using an apprentice as well. So I only really use the running back audible. So I'm using a running back apprentice back there. So he's still the best option for me as well. Tua is my current quarterback. But Tua, obviously, you guys know they changed him to Slinger 1. Yes, he gets one of the best releases in the game now. He has 95 speed, so very fast right there. 97 Excel. But like I said, he doesn't get the God Stack. He only gets 3 abilities, which really holds him back. He gets Howard Master for 0, Gunslinger for 0, Fearless for 0, or Pass Lead Elite. But as you guys know, you have to choose between Gunslinger. I know some people might not want to use Gunslinger, but you got to remember, we've already been using Gunslinger forever. It's a kind of a downgrade if you end up going away from it. So that's why I think using running back apprentices or tight end apprentices or wide receiver ones are a little bit more valuable on a card like Tua. But it's weird. I think with Slinger 1, you still need the Gunslinger because how bad the deep release is to kind of carry that over. Tua, the hardest card to rank. I think he's right here if you plan on using the Howard Master stack or whatever. But if you're not using Howard Master, like I said, I'd probably put him at the number 1 quarterback. All right, boys, at number 4, we have Ken Stabler, and I never know if I should include cards like this, but when Mutt.gg did tweet out, like, the odds of cards that were being used on the field, once you, like, you can link your binder if you guys did not know on this app, and they could tell you who's, like, which card is being used the most. Ken Stabler is the most popular quarterback in the game right now. He's the most used quarterback, and obviously that's because he's free, but when you look at Ken Stabler, he is still very good. He gets Slinger 3, he still has good speed at 90 speed right there, and he gets the quad stack, the cheapest yet on this list. The quad stack, all 4 abilities for 3 AP. It's insane. Still very good in the game. I think you can even argue him over the next guy on this list if you really wanted to. I think Ken Stabler is one that a lot of people are kind of bored of at the moment. It's not because he's a bad card. It's because we've been using him forever, and he's not like really relatable to a lot of people, if that makes sense. You're not really watching the guy. I think that's why I moved on from him currently. I love the card, but I want to use somebody that I watched in real life and liked. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that, but Ken Stabler, definitely a top 5 quarterback in the game and definitely a part of that top 6 elite quarterbacks on this list. He has to be up here, boys. I think we all know that. We've all got a taste of him being free. At number 3, we do have Michael Vick, and Michael Vick was my current quarterback until Tua came out. Like, I love having fun with the quarterbacks right now. At this stage of the game, I'm just trying to have a little bit more fun with anybody I want to use. Michael Vick's actually a really good card too, so they changed him to Slinger 1 as well. So the Aaron Rodgers release, he gets 99 speed. And the thing I like about Michael Vick, though, that's what kind of leaning him over, is that he does help those guys that like to run the ball a lot as well with their quarterback. He does get the Truz X factor for 1 AP, which is really nice. And he also does get fast break too. I know these aren't the meta abilities, but I know that I gotta cater towards, there's some people out there that do run that stuff. I know it's not the popular, I know it's not like what's used in tournaments and stuff, but it's still very good. But when you look at the God stack on him as well, he does get all 4 abilities. It's kind of expensive. It's like the Tom Brady Mahomes, it's 5 AP, but I think on a guy that can get Truz as well while maintaining 99 speed and also the best release in the game, I had to have Michael Vick up here in the top 3. I just had to. And he also is probably the most fun card in the game to use. Hey boys, at number 2, we do have Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert is basically kind of just a right-handed stabler. I know a lot of people don't like that left-handed. I personally don't care anymore. I haven't noticed it. Last year I did a little bit more when you were rolling out. This is about as dead as a game can get, and when you like start rolling out, you know you can't really do it this Madden. And Justin Herbert staying in the pocket is really nice with that righty as well. Most of us run our offenses to the right. He does have 92 speed, so you are getting +2 speed right there, so very fast Herbert card. He's huge as well, so you're not gonna get balls batted down like I said with the Drew Brees card earlier. Slinger 3, he gets the God stack for 3 AP. We've known about Herbert for a while now. He was the number 1, I think, on the last list we did, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was number 1. So now he did get the throne. We got a new guy here at the number 1 spot. All right, boys, I think you guys knew who was coming at number 1. Steve McNair. I always tell my chat, and yes, I'm not using him. I know I do a lot of these ranking videos. I'm not using McNair. If I were to do a tournament, this is probably who I would use, right? Like, I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to have a little bit more fun at this time of the year. I'm using Vick. I'm using Tua. I might even go try out Lamar and Fields and all that. But if I was to try and actually use the best quarterback in the game, Steve McNair is that guy for me, right? He is the fastest version of the Slinger 3, God Stack 3. So he's basically Herbert. I know he's like the exact same card as Herbert. I know that. Obviously, get Herbert if you're a little bit like, if you don't have as much coins right now in the game. So definitely go get him. He's like the exact same card as Herbert. Same AP, same release, righties. But when you look at the stats, he's just a tiny bit better than our guy Herbert right here. Just a tiny bit better in the speed. The meat accuracies don't really matter too much. I'm telling you, it's really just nitpicking when you look at it. Steve McNair, though, I'm going to lean him at number 1. You could probably put them as a tie for number 1. But like I said, if you're not running a Legends theme team, probably just go get Herbert. You'll be okay with him. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which quarterback are you using right now and which one do you think is too high, too low, who got snubbed for the list. Let me know down in the comments below. I also will be doing a gameplay on the ULs tomorrow, and then obviously the top 10 must-have cards on Sunday. So hope you guys are ready for those. Make sure to turn on those noties, hit that sub. 40K goal, boys. Let's go ahead and hit it before the end of the year, I guess. Not the end of Madden 23, but the end of the year. You know what I mean, but appreciate the love, man, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.